Good evening, my lovely ladies and gentlemen. This is BestInSlot, and tonight we're going to look at a screenshot. One solitary but quite exciting screenshot for Jurassic World Evolution's upcoming 1.8 update. The summer update landing on the 18th of June. That is a little 17 days away from right now. The free update. Now, this is it. This is the screenshot. If you only clicked on this video to see the screenshot, you're done, basically. But I'm going to click through. We're going to talk about a couple of things, basically. I'm in an exceptionally good mood and slightly tipsy. Liverpool, we just won the Champions League. So I may annoy some people, but we shall see. First of all, lovely screenshot. This is Frontier. This is actually the same shot we saw when they first showed off the terrain tools a couple of weeks ago in the feature focus thing. But it's been swapped around the angle very slightly. You'll remember, if you have ears in your brain, that there's this bush here, right? We looked at the red pen's back. It looks like a mouse, doesn't it? Oh, I'll give it some whiskers. You'll remember there's some trees and bushes there, and behind those trees and bushes there, we could see some, like, brown thing. And I said, you know what? Maybe that's a rock. And they span the camera around a little bit to the right, and we saw a rock. Indeed, we did. It looks beautiful. The rock, the standalone trees, the bushes coming in, that alone is a much more interesting environment than everything we've seen so far in Jurassic World Evolution. Now, you chuck some dirt in there and some stone in there, a couple more rocks, maybe a weird looking tree, and we're going to have some beautiful environments. But we are going to focus on 3 different images in particular. This is number 1 down here in the bottom left corner. So now we know that all the bush tools are being put onto every single island. Usually you'd have your tree tool and you'd have your bush tool, and that's about all you'd have. You don't really have any variety beyond that. Now we have the tree tool, and you'd have the kill tool. Now we have this one and this one and this one, and I think we should have one more, unless I'm utterly crazy. I don't think that's all of them, but coastal. So coastal, these bushes here, if I bring up this image here, these are the ones from Isla Muerta, from the second island. These pink little flowers, very pretty. So they're being called coastal. So that's your default, that's your coastal one, that's something else. And this one, for some reason, looks identical to that one. I remember, there is a brand new bush tool, I keep wanting to say brush, there is a brand new bush tool being added that we haven't seen yet. You know, they're going to mix it up a little bit. But if we go back to the full image, actually we just go to here, you'll see already this is a combination of 2 different bush tools. You've got this one which is used on, whoops daisy, you've got this one that's used on like monstrous, and you've got this one which is used, like I said, on Isla Muerta. So already they're mixing and matching a little bit together. And what I really like about this, and what I really like about everything right now, but look, these 2 are very close together. They're basically on top of each other. Maybe, I mean, even in this back little corner over here, I'm going to make all of my little circles animals. They look practically overlaid, as in they're on top of each other, especially down here as well. You can see there's very little gap. That's making me quite optimistic that, at least to an extent, you'll be able to kind of blend your bush tools together, and that's going to give us even more options when it comes to making our exhibits look interesting. And look at that, they're nice and close, and they're all blending together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 bush tools total. Doesn't seem like enough to me, if there is indeed a new one coming. I think there should be at least 5 or 6, but we'll have to see. Maybe they're not all there. Maybe some of them have been brought together. These ones we're seeing here, these like Isla Matanceras looking ones, it's actually 2 different bushes in the game that look like that. I think it's Isla Sorna and Isla Matanceras are similar but slightly different. Maybe they've been combined or something like that, and they've been themed into, say, coastal, mountainous for Penna, stuff like that. Who knows? That's the fun. But, ladies and gentle ladies, the main reason we're excited about this image, beyond my terrifying farm animals, is this beautiful son of a gun right here. It's not big enough. It needs to be much, oh my god, this is not professional, much bigger. Much bigger. There we go. It's going to be amazing. You're all excited. There we look at him. Majestic. So the thing we saw... Let's sharpen that up a little bit as well. There we go. So the thing we saw behind the trees was indeed a big rock. I can't quite remember how many are being added to the game. I think it's 6 rock formations and 6 unique trees. Don't quote me on that, but somebody's going to quote me on that, aren't they, in the comments? But it's something like that. It's 5 to 6, I think, for the rocks and for the unique trees. And it's nice that it's a sizable thing. I'm hoping we get a nice variety. You know, we'll get some smaller ones if you want to do more intricate work, and you'll be able to put in some big, heavy, chunky ones like this, if need be. Those of you who maybe are slightly new to Evolution or haven't played the game yet, are just watching this for some bizarre reason because you're bored on a Saturday night, which is sad, but so am I. Whatever. Maybe not, but may be wondering why this is such a big deal. This is such a big deal. That rock right there means so much. I love rocks. Those of you who've seen me play Zoo Tycoon 2 will know my love for rocks. I love a rock, and they make a big deal to how interesting your exhibits are. More than the terrain tools themselves, the rocks may be the biggest deal in the entire game. Let's turn it into an animal whilst I talk. So, just having that rock there, this big chunky thing that hopefully our dinosaurs are going to recognise. If they clip through it, that's obviously going to be disappointing. I don't think they will. As long as it's something the dinosaurs can recognise and move around, hopefully the placement isn't too bad. I suspect, like the buildings, it does need a very, very flat floor, but because they're a lot smaller than the buildings, even if there is like a fairly... the face is terrifying me. Even though it is quite small... What am I saying? Even though it's quite big for a rock formation, it's still much smaller than the buildings, so finding a flat area to put it on would be, you'd assume, pretty easy. I don't think we're going to be able to put these on like the side of hills and stuff like that. I don't think that's how they'll work. We'll have to wait and see on that, but yeah. Apologies. That's about it, folks. I really don't have much else to say. I'm just in an exceptionally good mood and felt like prattling on for 6 minutes, apparently. It's a nice shot as well. It's a really interesting shot. It looks beautiful. Foliage together, that gorgeous rock. I'm wondering if these trees, because these trees do seem to be individually placed over here. Now you can kind of do this with the existing brush tool, the existing tree brush tool. It's just quite difficult. You have to kind of like poke at the floor and then unpoke and then poke again a little bit. It's a little bit finicky. So we could be seeing one of the examples of the individually placed trees right there. You'd imagine that the existing trees in the game, which is what these look like, are also going to be one of the individually placed options, but we know we're also going to have some like low down ones that provide a lot of shade and some palm tree looking things, I think. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting when we see all that come together. 17 days. Hopefully we get a couple more shots beforehand. I think they'll probably show some more stuff off. Keep an eye out on maybe Tuesday, which tends to be a big day for Frontier. Who knows what we'll see. And I'm going to go. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And get hype, 17 days to the free summer update. And I still suspect that there may be a paid DLC on the way. Don't really have any evidence for that. We're just kind of assuming. We've seen leaked files for quite a few dinosaurs as well, so it would make sense. I'm expecting a big DLC like Dr. Wu, with 5 new dinosaurs and a new story and stuff like that. And of course, we'll cover the bejeebus out of it right here on the channel if that is indeed the case. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the comments and support and everything lately. It's been a really good few weeks. People are obviously excited about this update. I definitely am. Please don't hate me after this video. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way. I'll see you next time.